Good afternoon and welcome to our show today. You know, right now in the media, in the news, everywhere you look, there's this mass fear, mass hysteria of people getting sick and schools shutting down, businesses shutting down. You can't fly anywhere, people can't come into the country, can't leave the country. And everyone's looking at what they can do, you know, besides wash my hands and stay cleaner, cover my face, wear gloves, wear a mask. People are looking into the supplement marketplace. And there's a lot of choices, and it's extremely confusing. And so today we really want to give you some education on what you really need to look for. So we've invited Dr. Teresa, who has many years of research and development into supplementation and really creating things that are created from the earth versus from synthetic. So, Dr. Teresa, maybe you could share with the audience a little bit about what you've been working on.
Thank you, Mr. Gall. You all know that we in this everybody worry, all the travel suspension, you get all this live map update, how many people get infected. So at Herbalist and Oriental Medicine Doctor, we've been practicing for so many years. So we are very familiar with herbal medicine industry. Yes. But luckily is, as you know, in our group, we don't have just one doctor, we have multiple doctors. We have a scientist, researcher, as well as herbalist. So as you know, in this country, to be an OMD, a licensed herbalist, you literally have to go through these two books. Jeffrey, will you see in our table? We have two books.
Lots of reading.
Lots of reading. So in that book, that one is book is individual herbal.
Okay.
Right. In that book, so literally you have to know what the property of the herbs and which organs it affect and what the side effect and what is a good amount. You cannot take so much, it's overdose.
Sure.
So everything a good thing is not a good thing, right?
Correct.
Everything a
More
dosage.
is not always better.
Not always. It's always dosage dependent.
Yes.
And at the same time, we also have this book. This is the book that we call a formula, a strategy.
Yes.
But as you guys all know, not once you have a single ingredient, it's simple. But once you start putting different ingredients together, it becomes a formula.
Yes.
So the formula is you had to have a strategic. How are you going to play? Like we play, do you play chess?
Yes.
Jeffrey?
Yes,
Just like you playing chess.
Yes.
So you had to have a chief, you had to have a fighter, you had to have a soldier. So
and you need a strategy.
You need a strategy. Number one is immune system.
Correct.
Whatever you do, you have to have a good immune system. Number two is how are we going to protect the respiratory system?
Sure.
Every year we deal with flu season.
Correct.
Right? We in a little bit mess, so we still have the flu season still going on.
Correct.
And we had this COVID-19 going on. Yes. And right now we also have the allergy seasons that creeping in.
Starting now.
Starting now. See, so between the three, if you have symptoms from allergy, you have running nose and cough and all that. So it's overlapping the COVID, so it creates all this chaos.
And confusion.
Very,
People
very
are
confusing.
confused right now.
So with the three symptoms overlap, and then you will say, okay, which one is which?
Yes.
So my advice, if you have any of those problems, you need to call your primary care physician. Don't go into the office and then they coach you, or do you think you suspect you might get it? They will coach you where to go test and everything else. Don't go into the office and might give to other people.
Correct.
Yeah. And on my desk, and I have a very old, tiny looking book, guys. It's very old. You can see the
I can see it's worn. You definitely
worn,
used it a lot.
And it's also turned yellow.
Yes.
And if we look at the first page, Jeffrey, what year do you see?
1983.
Yeah,
a little while ago.
Yeah, like 1983. This is actually the first book that my professor gave it to me when we practiced herbal.
Yes.
And believe this or not, this is 1983. That's been how many years? Almost.
That's already
30 something.
40 something years.
40 something years.
Yes.
Yeah, guy, I'm old, so we shouldn't give my age out.
Yes.
Anyway, so been 40 years, but in this little book, believe it or not, two of the major ingredients in this book is actually in our formula this time.
Wonderful.
Yeah, this formula. So Mr. Gall asked me, what do we have to help our patient in small scale outpatient in our clinic, but in public-wise, what do we have for the community? So we actually come up with a formula called Protect the Lung, a lung protect.
Yes.
So in this formula, we only have 5 ingredients, Jeffrey. So like you say, you had a subject, how are we gonna have to come up with a formula that you had a chief, you have the soldier, and you have the general?
Correct.
Yeah? And then we come up with 5. Why is it 5? You guys are asking, why did it switch to the 5? So from the old book, we do have 2 of the key ingredients, but from the modern research, if you hear lately, you all know that you hear a lot about ginger research lately.
Yes, lots of ginger.
And another one of the key ingredients is actually oregano. And then I have all the research on the background that current research we have ginger, oregano, we also have peppermint. So that 3, and also eucalyptus from Australia, that 4 ingredients actually help respiratory system.
Correct.
And it had antiviral activity. Anti-inflammation, and you're gonna ask me why on earth you want anti-inflammation. So if I'm gonna do a small, simple demonstration. What is this?
Beautiful set of grapes.
This is a set of grapes. So technically, this is inside your lung. This is what it looks like.
Okay.
They have a little air sac like this.
Yes.
Little air sac like this. If you are a smoker, if you have some sort of COPD condition, precondition, you have chronic asthma.
Yes.
So anything with respiratory problem, usually all this air sac get inflammation.
Okay.
And then
swells up.
It
swells up, meaning
that means
it
you
expands.
and you get less oxygen.
Less room to breathe.
Because these fill up with oxygen, and then when you have less oxygen, and it's harder to breathe. So one of the symptoms for COVID-19 this time actually difficult to breathe, a shortness of breath. So
it's all an inflammatory and lung challenge.
So at this time in our formula, we use the first 4 formula to help the respiratory system, especially inflammation and antiviral. And one of the key information you see in here is the first one. What
yes, from New Zealand. The Manuka Honey. It's very good.
Manuka Honey. You see that a lot in Costco now?
Yes.
They start selling it. So we had 2 research. One done by the original group of doctors from New Zealand, the professor, and we had a second group of researchers from Japan. So they actually comparing the Manuka Honey, how is it affect on our antiviral activity?
Yes.
And then they've been shown that it slowed down, and then in some case they show the new study from Japan, they actually slow down the replica rate, which is how the virus multiplies
and expands.
So this is, for your information, I have all the reference on up here, so you can do more reading in general. So back then, and as you know, Jeffrey, so we in this field, and I don't know. By the way, you guys, you see this blue bottle?
Yes.
This is actually our first product. And then back then we would say, what for is it for?
Immune system, immune support, yes.
Believe it or not, this product we make almost 20 years old now.
Wow.
We first make here in Orange County 20 years ago, and it helps your immune system. And then, as you know, we in the field for a while. Thank you for inviting us, and at this time, we come up with a formula that protect our lung. As you know, the first area, the group of respiratory system will be the first one attacked.
That's attacked first.
Attacked first by the virus. Senior?
Yes.
Right?
And the young, anyone immune compromised that has a
weaker
immune
system, especially with precondition.
Correct.
Yeah, if you have like diabetes, high blood pressure, other conditions, COPD, it makes your immune system weaker.
Correct.
And it prone to have the virus attack.
Yes.
So that's why we have.
It makes you more vulnerable.
Vulnerable, yes.
For that virus.
Very much, yeah. And also another group of my patients so important are smokers. As you know, if you smoke for a while, and then like I show you the grapes, what happened, the inflammation, it damaged the respiratory system. So it's very, the risk getting the cough.
Higher, much higher.
Higher than
you're
normal.
more susceptible.
Yeah, more susceptible to
that problem.
The flu or the other virus right now.
Correct.
Yeah, so we had this formula come up for you, and it's 100% organic. You don't see that a lot here in the state, right?
True.
You in the industry, you know,
Yes.
in order to get a certified organic, it's not easy. So every single ingredient in our product is certified organic, and we use it 100% production right here in Orange County, 100% made USA.
All made in the U.S. under our strict laws for manufacturing.
And all the regulation compliant for manufacture.
Yes.
So you don't worry about, is it a lot of mercury, you had a lot of bacteria. So
it's going through the different testing phases along the way.
So we do all that.
Very good.
So right now, if you have, instead of worrying about how you're going to help your immune system, I think the best way right now is still washing your hands. And the key thing is sleep.
Yes, you need good rest. 8 hours a night is important.
8 hours a night. And also our clinic, as you know, we also do the immune support program. If you need to have that program, you call our clinic to have that. Meanwhile, you can also have the lung Protek to take, it's only once a day. You don't need to take a lot.
Which is great. So this is good for half a month.
Half a month,
15 days. So you need 2 boxes a month.
Yes. And as you know, why we picked the number 15? You guys know usually it takes about 14 days.
Yes.
For the COVID virus to actually show symptoms. So we do the 15 days, so 1 day extra.
Exactly.
So instead of like us, we go see our patient every day in the clinic, right? Instead of you worry, you can take 1 a day. So we warm up a respiratory system. And you know, oregano, ginger, peppermint, eucalyptus, and also Manuka honey is been known for disinfectant for respiratory system.
Yes.
It helps your respiratory health. So if you are concerning, this is a good thing. To
take now, not to wait till you get sick.
Not to take.
You want to start taking that now. Everybody should be using the product today to begin that support system. And remember this, Dr. Teresa talked about the ingredients. And as she said, even at Costco, you could see Manuka honey. Remember what's very critical, that came in this book as well as this book.
And this old, very old.
And that old book. The key is this. You need to take the ingredients creator-made from the earth, which is what is happening here which is what herbology is, Chinese herbology. But it's important how the formula is put together. So if people say, oh, I already take Manuka honey, I don't need this product. You don't know the proportion between the ingredients. It's like baking a cake.
Yes.
You have to put the right ingredients in the right amount, in the right order, or the cake doesn't work. Same as a formula. We have the expertise of Dr. Teresa and her team, multiple doctors, scientists, and thousands, tens of thousands of years of research in order to come up with this formula. So this is unique. This isn't something they could get anywhere.
Yes, and the one good thing, like you mentioned, we're here for a while in the industry.
Yes.
So you know my first product is almost 20 years old here in Orange County. And so you in the good hand.
Yes.
And,
so there's a trust factor. You can feel comfortable and confident. The fact that it's also made in the U.S. We have very strict manufacturing laws. It goes through different assessments for heavy metals, toxicity, as the raw materials are coming in. So you are sure to get the safest, healthiest, and most effective product available to you today. So thank you to you and your team for all your amazing work.
Thank you, Mr. Gall. Thank you for listening to us.
Thank you.